So apparently babies can be awake for hours at a time. This is what I do all day. So Evie is about 3.5 months old. Our daily routine basically is nap, wake up, feed, play, settle down, and then back to napping. She stays up for around like an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how her last nap went. So to fill in that time, the feed normally takes like 15-20 minutes. And then after she eats, I don't necessarily like to put her straight into tummy time or floor time, especially now she has learned to roll on her belly herself. And she gets a little spit uppy if she goes on her belly too soon. So we do bouncer for around like 15 minutes so she can digest. And then we do floor time. So the floor time, she's been like loving a lot more recently, especially now that she rolls onto her stomach herself. It was a struggle before she learned to roll, how to get her to do tummy time. But all the things that I did end up figuring out has helped now to keep her super entertained during tummy time, and I really don't struggle with keeping her entertained throughout the day. So first things first is bouncer. When she goes in her bouncer, I normally give her a toy or two, and I do try to get a little bit of cleaning done when she's in that contained state, or I'll finish up whatever I was doing with her previous nap for work. And then after that, we get her down on the mat. I normally like to put down a silk pillowcase because she does have a lot of pulling on the back of her head. Sorry to call you out, girlfriend. But I'm trying to minimize any more happening so that she can grow in a little bit of hair. Just a little bit, you know. She's only 3.5 months old, so I know it's going to take some time. But honestly, I would like her to have hair sooner than later because I really want to do fun hairdos, hairstyles, whatever it may be with her. So she lays, I put her down always. Oh no! I always put her down on her back because now she is moving onto her tummy herself. And a few sessions out of the day, I'll put her water mat down, and that entertains her for probably like 5-10 minutes. And then she's kind of over it and realizes that she can't get the fish. She tries to eat the fish through the water mat, and she's about over it by then. Then we move on to she likes reaching for stuffies or reaching for toys. You okay? She likes reaching for stuffies or reaching for toys, so I'll put them a little bit out of reach for her so that she has to like go to grab them. And at that state, sometimes too, while she's on her back, I'll use the play gym, like the wooden play gym, so that she can bat at toys. And I'll take like random toys that she does have and switch out if they have like a hook on them, or use a different hook for that so that she doesn't get bored with the toys on there, because I do notice she does get bored with the toys on the play gym. So I'll also use that little caterpillar that was in one of the clips. I'll put it on her side, and right now she's more comfortable switching from like rolling onto her left side. So we're trying to work on the right side so she stays balanced. And today she literally did it, whereas yesterday I put that on her. My lefts and rights are so bad right now. I put it on the side that would make her go towards her right side. And she was so mad at me yesterday for doing that. She was like literally freaking out and frustrated. But today I did that and she rolled right onto her right side. So that was cool to see, literally such an instant progression. So yeah, the caterpillar is really, really nice. And then if I notice that she is getting fussy doing tummy time and doesn't necessarily want to do that, that's when I bring out the light up toys. So we don't really start with the light up toys. I use those for high dopamine towards the end. So the little Einsteins little phone that lights up, I usually put that propped up by her mirror because it's a little too thick for her to actually like hold with her hands yet. But it does keep her pretty entertained for a little bit. I'd say like 4 presses of it, and she's getting to the point where she can press that herself. Yeah, you can press it yourself. Then the little Einsteins like half circle light up. I have it put down over here. She was using it. I thought it was going to keep her entertained while I recorded this video, but she wants to be held right now. So we're going to let her do what she wants to do. That one, she can't really press the buttons yet because they are a little hard to press, but she's getting to the point where she can press them with her elbows. So that keeps her entertained. And you can also flip the little ball on there and it lights it up for you. So I'll usually like if I'm doing like laundry or trying to get some chores done, I'll pass by her, flip that a little bit, and then let her like settle for a second and then light it back up again. And that usually kills like another like 10-15 minutes. But she does really like the mirror. I ended up buying a travel mirror for me and her, but mostly I just didn't want a baby mirror because just why? I'd like a dual purpose mirror so that whenever we travel I can use it, and then at home she can use it too. Like, you know, one of those light up makeup mirrors that you can have that are rechargeable. And sometimes I do notice that she does even press the light on that, which is pretty cute and pretty fun. So I don't know if it's really good for their eyes, but I don't know. She does like that mirror, and it sits up by itself pretty easily as well. I will also sit on the floor with her for a little bit as well during the day, probably like 1 to 2 times a day, and we'll practice sitting up. I'll put my fingers out in front of her, have her hold on to them, and then like try as much as I can to have her pull herself up, but sometimes she doesn't really know what's happening, so I'll like pull her up. Sometimes they're easier than others. Like she just like does a baby sit up and goes completely up on her own. And then recently, as of this weekend, I've been sitting down with her and putting a toy in between her legs and showing her that she can kind of like do tripod sitting and self-prop. She doesn't necessarily like it because she gets frustrated that she has to bend down and pick up her toy, but I do think that it is helping her sit muscles because this is like pretty supported, but I feel like on the flat ground where I can like kind of hold the back of her, make sure she doesn't fall, whatever, really does help with her sitting. And I know that the Bumbo, or Bumbo, we do use that too, but I use it very sparingly. I really wanted the Bumbo 3-in-1 multi-seat, and I typed that in on Facebook Marketplace because I did not want to spend $70 on a baby chair that she's not going to use for more than a few months. And I don't know, I guess I don't know the different kinds of seats. I wasn't too familiar with it until you make a mistake, then you're very familiar. I ended up buying the Bumbo seat with a tray on top of it and not the 3-in-1 multi-seat. I don't know if this is true or not, but that lady on Instagram who's a pediatric what is it called? I can't think of it, but basically like she talks about the ergonomics of baby toys and things like that for their development. She does not recommend the regular one because it's too curved for them and it causes something in their hips to be wrong. I don't know. Obviously it sells a lot. Obviously a lot of people have it, and I don't think any like kid is walking around saying I have messed up hips because of the Bumbo seat. I don't think it would be on the market, but I do use it sparingly because 1, it's a container, and 2, who knows, what if it's going to cause some issues in here? I don't know. But I do wish that I had that 3-in-1 seat because it does have larger leg holes as well. So I was thinking about reselling it on Facebook again and then just buying the 3-in-1 seat, but I haven't gotten to that yet. Maybe eventually. Not sure yet. There's also like high chair seats that are kind of the same. I think it's the Ingenuity. There's so many baby products, don't come at me, that you can use for a high chair as well. So maybe we'll do that. Not sure yet. But we do use that seat, and I do think that that helps her with her neck control, but not necessarily like her core and like sitting muscles as much as I would like it to. So that's why, long story short, I sit on the floor with her and hold her up and do prop sitting as well. I have been trying to get way more steps in during the day because she is going through a sleep regression right now, and I find that she's always like half a month to a month early on a lot of things. So they say normally that happens at like 4 months old. Okay, well, it's definitely happening now because she's waking up like 6 to 10 times during the freaking night, and I'm losing my mind. So the gym has been in the back burner because I don't have enough energy to even get through my day, let alone put on muscle. So to still make progress, I'm trying to get my butt outside and get some steps in, which is also better for her because we're going on walks multiple times a day. Even if it's just 10 minutes, that breaks up the day. Again, keeping her entertained. And now she doesn't like to lay down like a baby in the bassinet. She wants to be sat up. So I figured out how on the Maxi Cozy to get it to be like a sit-up seat. So we figured that out, and now she likes it, which she wants it all the way sat up. And I do strap her in, obviously, but her head is like looking down, and I like tip the stroller back so that she like knows to put her head back, so I don't put it as reclined and then she starts crying, or inclined and then she starts crying. So I'm like, you aren't a big girl yet. Like, you need to calm down and be 3.5 months old and not acting like you're 5 months old. But rest my case, we're working with it. We're seeing what works for her. So walks definitely break up the day as well. And it's good for me and it's good for her. It's good for her circadian rhythm. It's good for her melatonin. It's good for both our cortisol levels. I don't even know if she gets cortisol, probably when she can't reach a toy or she flips over on her stomach and doesn't know how to get back. Other than that, probably not much cortisol response. So yeah, at night we do around like 5:30. I'll be in the middle of making dinner and I kind of pause it and then I give her a bath. She's usually like napping when I start making dinner, pause making dinner, and then I'll go run her a bath. We'll do bottle, so sleep, feed, play. The bath I consider kind of like a play because she is obsessed with the bath and goes crazy and splashes, and it's honestly one of the best times of the day. So I really try not to miss it every single day. One, because babies, like, no offense, Evie, they're kind of gross. Like, they get poop all over themselves, they spit up all over their hands are on the ground, in their mouths. Like, I just like to get her in the bath every day these days. We don't necessarily use soap during every bath because she has very sensitive skin, but do you want to use your other toy? But that does also take up like 30 minutes doing a bath too. So between naps, feeds, bouncer time, the floor, walks, tummy time, batting at items, practicing sitting up. We also do book time, so I'll read to her. She'll like feel the pages and do like the sensory books. Or we also like to do the little puppet books too. She literally is obsessed with them. I don't know if she's more obsessed with them or if I'm more obsessed with them, but I do like to use those a lot. So we'll do like book time, and she's not necessarily a book before nap kind of girl. She's a book during playtime kind of girl. So maybe we'll switch it as she gets older to doing like books before bed. But as of now, it's mainly books during playtime. And what else? Oh, FaceTime. So we will sit and talk to each other and mimic each other's noises and sounds, and she really enjoys that. And I tend to do that right before nap time. So when I'm putting her in her sleep sack, getting her to wind down, she has been pretty fussy putting on the sleep sack. I think she knows what's coming next. So I will just like kind of get her to stop crying while I'm putting the sleep sack on and talk to her and make faces. And yesterday I don't know if she figured it out or if it was just like a coincidence, but she started sticking her tongue out at the same time as me. And she started trying to make like the noise. Like, I saw her tongue out and like bubbles, and she didn't quite do it, but I was like, are you trying to do this right now? So yeah. So between sleeping, waking up, having her bottle, doing the bouncer, doing the floor time, the tummy time, the books, the practicing sitting up, the walks, the bath, I really don't struggle to find how to keep her entertained throughout the day with all of these different things. So all of the toys that I do like and that I use daily, I'm not gonna like link all of her toys, but the ones that I find that are the most versatile, I'm going to put in the description of this video so that you can just go check them out and see how cheap they are and how much they really do help keep your baby entertained. I basically just have a big bin out in the living room of all of her toys, and after every session I just clean them all up, put them in her little bin, and call it a day, because I cannot have her toys sitting out. It drives me insane seeing all the kids' toys around, and I know that I need to get over it, but at the end of the day, this 2-bedroom apartment is coming to a close, guys. This 2-bedroom apartment is coming to a close. It is February now. February rent's already covered, so we got March, April, and half of May. Okay, we got 2.5 months basically till we're out of here, and we're going to get into a house, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, because Richard working from home, me working from home, having a baby, and sharing a room with your baby. Like, I know that they say that you should share a room with your baby for, I don't know, up to 12 months. Especially I think it's in Europe that they really recommend that. But I'm losing my mind, okay? By the time we move, she's going to be 6 months old. And I need my own room. We both need our space, like not just her, but all of us. Like, my cat sleeps with us, she's in here, like the cat wakes her up, us moving wakes her up. Like, we would just all be better off if we each had our own space moving forward. And I do feel really confident with her sleep, because one, she's been in our room for so long and I see her sleep. And now that she is able to roll herself, I'm sure by the time that she's in her own room, she's going to be able to figure out how to roll back. But as of right now, she is getting a little bit stuck on her belly. But I am noticing her doing some inchworms, is what I call it, to get back onto her side. So I'm very confident in 2 months she's going to be able to move completely around this crib, which is a little bit scary, but also it's nice to know that she's going to be able to situate and settle herself. But yeah, Evie, do you have anything else to say about this video? Sorry, I've been using your toy as a talking piece. Maybe the next video that I do, or in a few videos, I'll do our nap schedule, but I have been, since I'd say 1.5 months, trying to make sure that she naps in her crib and not really get accustomed to contact naps, because one, I just needed a moment, and two, I feel like that's what's helped her be okay with it at this age instead of introducing it late. So I really only try to let her stay up for maximum 2 hours. Like, no matter where we're at or what we're doing, I try to get her some form of nap, even if it's 20 minutes somewhere. So maybe I'll do a video on our nap schedule coming up soon. But as of now, 4 naps a day, wake windows of 1.5 to 2 hours. She drinks about 28 to 30 ounces of milk a day. That's about it. Next month, so in 2 weeks, she has her 4-week checkup. We're gonna see if she can try solids yet. And if not, that's fine. But then she also is getting her little baby ears pierced. Are you so excited, Miss Evie? I think she's getting her 4-month shots and her ears pierced on the same day. And I asked my pediatrician, I was like, are you sure that that is like recommended? Like, should I space them out? And they were like, no, just come a little bit early. We'll get it all done. I have a feeling she's going to be getting through the sleep regression. We're going to be going good. And then all of a sudden, this is going to throw us through a loop. But it's fine. I don't know. Actually, I do notice when she does get her shots that she is actually more tired. So maybe it won't be too bad. But I'm super excited for her to get her ears pierced. She's going to be so cute. Then we get to go on a trip to, it's not like necessarily a good trip, but we're going to be going out of state and flying on the plane with her in April for my boyfriend's grandmother's funeral, which is like really sad actually. But she gets to have her ears pierced for this trip. So when all the family sees her, she's going to have her ears pierced, right? Right? What do you think Nani would say about your ears getting pierced? My boyfriend's grandma was literally the sweetest woman. I'm so happy that I did get to meet her, but I also know that I didn't get to meet her in her most prime state. But when I did, she wasn't in a nursing home, and she was actually really funny and really awesome. And the stories that they have of her are honestly great. So we'll see how that goes. I hope that the plane goes well for her. But yeah, all right. I think that she's getting a little bit fussy. I think that means that she's reaching the end of her wake window. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or have any tips for me or for anybody else who's watching, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.